like honey. Honey, 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 honey.
What's going on, y'all? It's Honey here, back at you with another video. Today we're going to be doing a video about a 14-year-old student who took his own teacher's life at school. I know, it's that bad. But before we get started with this video, remember to splat that like button, comment, share, and if you want to become a Honey member, go subscribe. And along with that, remember to grab your drink. Like I said in the last video, could be some water or something. But no, like it could be some juice. And for your food, go get, I don't know, go get a pizza or something because it's late at night. Go get a late night pizza. And, well, watching a story like this, I don't think you would want to eat after that. But, hey, to each their own. But, yeah, a 14-year-old student taking his teacher's life at school. It's going to be crazy, but tune in. Let's get started. All right.
Colleen is seen leaving her classroom, then entering a faculty bathroom. Then you see Philip peeking out of the classroom, maybe thinking that he's not going to follow her. Then he comes back out, pulls up his hood, and you can see Philip following along and looking like he's putting on gloves, then walking into that same bathroom. Philip was in the bathroom attacking Colleen for 11 minutes. Then you see a female student open up the bathroom door and quickly turn around. She opened the door and apparently just saw a naked butt and kind of got embarrassed that she walked in on somebody using the bathroom. She didn't see Colleen though. So after that must have spooked Philip because Philip immediately leaves after that. Then you can see Philip walking down the hallway holding something. He goes into the stairwell, still has his hood up, and he's now on the first floor. Here you can see his hand is completely red as he's walking through the hallway. Then the next...
So, you know, he already probably done killed her. How long they was in the bathroom? And she didn't see anything. She just seen a naked butt and just decided to go. All right.
Next time he's on surveillance, you can see Philip in the school parking lot. Philip is now in a white shirt. He passes a teacher and runs back up to the second floor, back to Colleen's classroom. Next, he grabs all of Colleen's belongings and his stuff and walks down the hall. Before he is seen walking down the stairs, he now has a red sweatshirt kind of laid over his head to conceal his identity. And the next time he comes back up the stairs, he is wearing a full black ski mask. And he puts on his red sweatshirt before he runs down the hallway.
And nobody don't see him?
For some reason, in between that, he took off the mask, and I'm not sure why. But next you can see him in the hallway running from another student with a soccer ball. And the student's kind of like, hey, what are you doing? But Philip keeps running. Next, you can see Philip running down the stairs again. But
this gotta be after school or something. I'm gonna just assume that this probably is after school. Because for nobody to see him doing all this is just crazy. It's just completely crazy. Like, where's the other teachers at?
When he returns, he has a green recycle bin, and he wheels it up to the second floor and then into the bathroom. From there, he takes the red sweatshirt off, puts the mask back on, and wheels Colleen down the elevator and out of the building. Next, he is outside, wheeling the recycling bin toward the woods, kind of struggling with the weight of it because Colleen's inside. And after 7 minutes, he's back on camera, wheeling the recycle bin back, and you can tell now that the bin is way lighter than...
Crap. My dad calling. How he gonna call and hang up? Hello? Yeah, I'm in the middle of doing my YouTube video, Daddy.
Oh, shoot. I thought you was heading over here.
No, I was trying to call Mama.
Oh, okay. Well, shoot. I ain't have to come home then. Okay.
I was trying to call Mama. She didn't answer the phone.
Okay. All right, then. All right.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Sorry. Back to the video.
Than it was before. When Philip starts to walk closer to the camera, you can see that he's no longer wearing shoes as he walks back into the school. By the time he makes it to the stairs and back to the second floor, you can see blood on Philip's jeans and can now clearly see that he is barefoot.
And nobody's
He goes back
seeing
down
him
the hall,
like
walking
this.
very slowly at first, and then rushes into a different bathroom where he changes into his soccer clothes.
He's going into all of
but
these
is still
bathrooms.
not wearing shoes. Then he goes back to the bathroom where he attacked Colleen one more time before heading down the stairs.
Hold up. You mean to tell me that he went right back into that bathroom? Ain't nobody visiting that bathroom not one time. I'm trying to tell you, this gotta be after school. Because ain't nobody visiting that bathroom to see her dead body on the floor like that? That's crazy.
And outside of the school like nothing ever happened. Diana, Philip's mom, contacted the Danvers Police Department. She contacted them to report that her son Philip had not come home from school after soccer practice. She said that she went to the school and the athletic facility, and he was not anywhere to be seen, but his teammates said that Philip had mysteriously vanished and actually completely missed practice at 4 p.m. The last time they saw him, they say he was running away from the soccer field in the complete opposite direction. So, after calling the police, Diana went down.
So they noticing that he's gone. But they not noticing that their whole teacher is not in a building. Like, where's the hall monitor at? Where's the principal at to check up on these teachers? Like, I don't get it.
Down to the station and filed a missing persons report. While there, she gave the police Philip's phone number, hoping that they'd be able to ping him, to track him, to figure out where he had gone and what his location was. And luckily, they did, in fact, get a hit. The most recent ping location was earlier that afternoon at 4:28 p.m. It pinged near a movie theater called the Hollywood Hits Theaters. So Danvers police go to this movie theater to conduct a canvas search, where they learned that Philip did in fact buy a movie ticket, watched the movie, and then left. But after that, they weren't able to find any phone pings. They couldn't trace his whereabouts after that. They didn't know his location, and none of this made any sense to Diana, his mom. Once the news spread, Danvers High School principal Sue Ambrosevich sent out a mass email to all of the school staff around 9 p.m., letting everybody know that Philip was missing. And after this mass email went out, the principal received a phone call from a woman named Sarah. She was a math teacher at Danvers High School. And this math teacher, Sarah, told the principal that she received a call from another math teacher named Colleen's parents, Tom and Peggy. And Tom and Peggy told Sarah that their daughter, Colleen, also a math teacher, follow me here, guys, that she didn't come home from school that day. And they believed that she, too, was missing. So let's go back to Philip. Just a few hours after he was reported as missing, around 12:30 a.m., Topsfield police were called about a pedestrian walking alongside the highway, walking in the wrong direction. The police found this person, and the responding officer, Neil Hovey, realized that the individual walking was that missing teenager from Danvers, Philip Chisholm. So when officers first saw Philip, they noticed that he had a ski mask pulled down around his neck, which initially didn't seem all that weird because it was late October in Massachusetts and it was freezing outside. But he told Officer Hovey that he was coming from Tennessee, and he said that he was going nowhere. That is a direct quote. He also said he didn't have an address and that in his backpack he had a bunch of survival gear. So this officer did a very quick pat down on Philip, just for safety reasons, and he discovered that there was a rock in one of his pockets and also a credit card. The credit card had a woman's name on it, Colleen Ritzer. But the name didn't mean anything to the officer at the time because no reports had been put out about Colleen as missing and nobody had connected those dots yet. Philip said that he got the credit cards at...
Put a missing report out on him, but not the teacher at the time.
At a Stop and Shop convenience store. But this officer saw this underage kid, a situation that wasn't really feeling right, so he put him in the back of the police cruiser so that he could warm up, and then he took him to the police station so they could figure out what the heck was going on. While they were at the police station, the officers at the station made a very disturbing discovery when they asked Philip about the backpack that he was carrying with him with that survivalist gear. An officer asked him, "Is there anything in here that can hurt me?" And Philip responded, "Yes." Inside the backpack, he found a blood-stained box cutter. So he asked, "Where did the blood come from that's on this?" And he said, the girl. And then the officer
Kept the
asked,
weapon
where's
in
the
his thing
girl?
on.
And Philip said, in the woods. After Colleen's parents, the principal, and a few others had gone to the school earlier that evening
But he didn't shy away from telling the truth. He was straightforward. Like, she in the woods.
to look for Colleen, another teacher had come to help. This was another math teacher. It's like this band of bandits with math teachers here.
I swear.
And his name's Todd Buttersworth. And while searching for Colleen, Todd found a school bag wedged in between boulders at the edge of the woods near the school. So Todd decided to go a little further into the woods, but immediately stopped in his tracks when he stumbled upon a pair of white, bloody gloves. And he then immediately notified the police, basically raising his hand and saying, I found something. Officer Stephanie Wenenberger was the first cop on the scene to help in this search for Colleen. While inside the school, she searched in the bathrooms next to Colleen's classroom, but noticed that it was very recently cleaned and also smelled like disinfectant.
He must have cleaned that good then. Because there was blood on his pants and everything. At least so far.
However, around the waist level of the wall was a reddish handprint with streaks. So this officer, once notified of the school bag that the math teacher Todd had found, began searching in the woods next to where the bag was found, where she found paper, shreds of clothing, 2 blue and white Under Armour gloves covered in blood, and other evidence kind of scattered about. Now, this was extremely alarming, and officers now realized the gravity of the situation. Officer Ellington and his cadaver dog Falco were called in to help investigate further. Falco pulled Officer Ellington into the woods and then drew him to an area where he saw a gray, soaked sneaker. Then Falco went even higher up the hill and dove into a gully where there was a large green recycling bin lying on its side. So officers blocked off a 6 by 10 square foot area of the woods, which contained blood, leaves, sticks, and it almost looked like a gravesite. And as police searched further, one of the officers at the scene pointed out a human toe with pink toenail polish on it,
Wow.
poking out from underneath the leaves.
Yep, that was her.
The officers continued to process what was now obviously an official crime scene, and they began to uncover a body under those leaves, which was identified as Colleen. Colleen was found lying on her back, covered in leaves in a way that was so obvious that whoever did this intended to conceal her body. Her throat was slit, her shirt was lifted above her breasts, and her bra was pulled down below, leaving them exposed. She was also naked from the waist down. There were
Why
red
would he
and
do this
brown
to her?
stains on her face and her torso, and her legs were spread apart and slightly bent in a sexually staged manner.
Wow.
There was also a 3-foot long and 1 inch in diameter tree branch that was inserted inside her.
What the?
Later, the medical examiner collected male fluid that was inside Colleen and found that she was stabbed at least 10 times in the neck.
Wait.
So either completely unbeknownst to Philip or he just didn't care. The school had recently installed 140 surveillance cameras throughout their entire campus. So everything was about to blow up in Philip's face. Danvers police reviewed the security footage from the high school CCTVs the very next day, and the police created a minute-by-minute account of everything that happened that afternoon. So immediately after this horrific murder and assault, Philip used Colleen's credit cards, and he used them to buy a cheeseburger at Wendy's and then go to that theater and watch a Woody Allen movie before the police found him that night after midnight. So Philip was ultimately charged with 2 counts of RAPE.
This dude. Like, that's some crazy stuff. Why would you want to do that to a teacher? She probably got kids and all that, like, and you want to do all these sick things to her? I hope whatever he getting charged with, he deserve. Like, no cap. Like, and then you spending off her card too. Like, you kill her, you steal her card, you start going to spend off her card. Come on.
armed robbery and first-degree murder, and he was charged as an adult at just 14 years old. So while awaiting trial,
Wow,
apparently
14 years
officers were
old.
investigating the validity of a very disturbing tip and lead that they received, which, are you ready for this? Officers said that they were following up on a lead that this soccer star, this 14-year-old kid, now 15, who's accused of brutally murdering this beloved teacher, Colleen, that he got a twisted thrill from setting pet cats on fire.
Read the signs. No. Read the signs. When they young and they doing all this stuff, they got mental problems. They got some mental problems. And you know that they need help if they doing stuff like that. Some people can control it when they get older, but not everybody. So for some people, it get worse. But you need to seek attention while they're young. This is crazy. Like,
First of all, if this is true, what the heck is wrong with this guy? But also, does this show a clear pattern of escalation? Prosecutors for Philip's trial asked for more strict security after he allegedly also attacked a female youth worker that month. Court papers revealed that Philip, who was now at the time 15 years old, had slipped away from his caregivers, crept along a common hallway, crouched down out of view, then followed this female youth worker to a locker room, choked her, and beat her around the head and face, all while armed with a pencil. Other workers came to the woman's aid when she was screaming, and they restrained him, luckily. Court documents also said that he appeared to be psychotic and was out of touch with reality, yelling, screaming incoherently, foaming out at the mouth like a rabid dog while being restrained by staff. So after that, he was committed to a mental hospital for 30 days of evaluation and treatment. Leading up to the trial, Assistant DA Kate McDougal said that nothing during the investigation had pointed to a mental health issue. But Philip's lawyer, Denise Reagan, said that she would raise the issue of mental competency if and when she felt it was appropriate, which, whatever that means. And Philip's trial was absolutely bat crazy. And it revealed even more disturbing details, as if that's even physically possible at this point. Once the trial started, the prosecution did not play. They came in hot. And let me just tell you, Kate McDougal was like ready to drag Philip. She came out of the gate hot.
Good.
And honestly, I'm here for it.
right.
So in the prosecutor's opening statements, she said that Philip arrived at school, that he had a blue sweatshirt with a hood, gloves, a mask, and a box cutter, that he wasn't crazy when he killed Colleen, that this was calculated. He was focused and unwavering from his horrible plan to take what he wanted. And as a quote, she says, he had a goal, a terrible, terrible purpose, and he played it out in the woods, and he didn't care what came after that. They also claimed that Colleen was incapacitated, but not dead when she got into the woods, meaning that she was still alive as he was wheeling her out of that school in the green recycling bin.
So
They say that's where he carved those deep wounds and finished his sexual attack on her. His defense said that while he
So she could have been saved. Like, if somebody would have went in the bathroom and saw her there, she could have been saved. But she didn't have nobody to save her. She was left in that bathroom until he got back with a whole trash barrel and wheeled her out. Hopeless. She still was alive. That's crazy.
was attacking Colleen, he was not a kind, smart 14-year-old boy. He was responding to those terrible commands that were hallucinations in his head, and that he did not choose to.
Demons. This is what happens. Straight demons. Allow them to take control over you.
Do this. So now the question is, was Philip in the throes of psychosis and couldn't help but listen to these alleged voices in his head? Or is he a malicious, manipulative, dangerous little prick who is faking a mental illness now because he got caught? That was going to be up to the 12 people on the jury who have no medical education, because that makes perfect sense, right? Let them decide. During the course of the entire trial, jurors saw the chilling videos of Philip following Colleen into the bathroom. The prosecutor, nearly yelling at times, walked them through Philip's movements, checking his pocket for the box cutter, putting his hoodie on, putting on the gloves, opening the bathroom door, and then wheeling the recycle bin out. And she said, and I quote, But all of those images, while they show deliberate premeditation, don't matter as much as one. The only still image that matters in this case is the image of Colleen in the woods, the image that the defendant painted of Colleen, stripped, battered, brutalized, and violated. The defense was able to get Philip's initial conversation and confession where he told the police about the girl and the woods thrown out. But fortunately, the case was so strong from that video and the physical evidence. And I mean, it's just unreal. Like, thank goodness for all of those video cameras. So the verdict finally comes in, and Philip was found guilty of murder, rape, and robbery and sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after serving 40 years. He's currently at a supermax prison in Lancaster, Massachusetts, and Colleen's family was extremely disappointed in this because they wanted Philip to have life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Exactly.
Throughout the trial, Philip also didn't appear to show an ounce of remorse and looked completely just devoid of all emotion completely.
Of course he's not. He did that motionless by killing her. I hope the family gets some comfort. This case is really crazy, and it's really messed up that this little boy, 14-year-old, would do a teacher like that. At that school, I feel like they should have somebody watching the cameras at all times. I mean, or have some hall monitors, after school hall monitors there. Like, they should have had something there, and they didn't. So I would feel like the school kind of failed her. Yeah, this case is just completely insane, and he got what he deserved. At least he got life, even though it wasn't without parole, but at least he got life. You know what I'm saying? But hey, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Remember to splat that like button, comment, share this video, and if y'all want to become a honey member, subscribe to this channel. Tell your friends, family, all that. Subscribe to this channel. Until next time, y'all. Peace.
Honey, honey, honey. Honey, honey, honey.